Hey guys, I thought a gamer, and I'm finally doing mw3 video after doing about a whole week of Mass Effect 3 videos. So yeah, I'm doing a quick little video to try just dip my toes back into the mw3 waters, if you know what I mean, and get my bearings back and get back to getting used to commentating on mw3 videos, because all my Mass Effect 3 videos are live. But yeah, I was thinking about doing a. Oh yeah, by the way, the gameplay is on Town Domination, and we do win, and this is a decent game, I think. And I get all my kill streaks, which are Attack Helicopter, Reaper, and AC-130s. I get them all, and I almost get them all twice. I get the AC. I'm one off the AC-130 by the end of the game, and the game ends. And yeah, so that's just the kind of the description of the gameplay, in case you guys were wondering. But I was gonna make this. I did skip through the beginning too because I died off the bat, so I hope you guys don't mind that. But yeah, I'm gonna make. I was thinking about making this video that was not about the gameplay, and I've been thinking about making this series called like Cool Story Bro or whatever. I know that it's usually like when you say cool story bro to someone that tells a story, it's usually in sarcasm or something like, yeah, that you thought that story was cool, but it's not. And yeah, I hope that's not how you guys feel about these stories that I'm gonna tell you guys, because I'm hoping they're funny and I'm gonna be kind of telling you guys about my own experiences and stuff. Even though I'm only 14 and I'm in 8th grade, I do have some funny stories and stuff. Even though most of you guys don't believe I'm 14 because of my voice, but I swear to God I am. And yeah, you can ask Alan in Call of Duty. I know him in real life and he's my friend and stuff, and we play all the time. And yeah, he can prove. So yeah, he's my warrant or whatever. Yeah, or anyway, I'm getting off topic. So yeah, I was gonna do a cool story bro series, and I think this is gonna be episode 1. So yeah, and the story I'm going to be telling is about from last year, which is 7th grade for me. I'm 13 years old, and I'm not trying to brag, but I'm pretty popular at my school, and like most of people in when I was in 7th grade, most people in 8th grade knew me, and nowadays when I'm in 8th grade, not most people, but some people in high school know me, and most of the 7th graders know me while I'm in 8th grade, and I have hardly any clue who the 7th graders are, so they'll come up and say hi to me, and like when I'm walking through the middle of the hallways, and I don't know who they are, but they know who I am, and that's kind of weird, but I got used to it. And yeah, and so last year in 7th grade, and we're in the commons eating lunch. In the commons, if you guys don't like have them at your school, it's basically just a giant room with tables, and like you eat lunch at them, and we're only allowed like 4 or 5, not like 5 or 6 people at a table during lunch. And we had like a bunch of I have me and like my best friend that I had classes with. Like me and him were sitting at the table, and we were trying to figure out who we like. It's the beginning of the year of 7th grade, and we're trying to figure out who we want to have sit with us. And all of our friends are like fighting over spots. So we're like, screw it, we'll have random people that we don't know sit with us. And we did, and excuse me. I see this one kid from across the lunchroom, and he looks kind of like not like a normal kid. He's like kind of chubby, but he looks funny looking. And I was like, hey, you, I'm not trying to be rude or anything, I'm just trying to be like funny with my friends. I'm like, hey, you want to come over here and sit with us? He's like, I haven't, and then his response, the kid I'm yelling to, he's like, I have a name, it's Peaches. And immediately I made a connection. I loved him. We invited him over to the table and we asked him why they called him Peaches. And he said because on his bus that he rides to school, he sits in the very back, and he makes the bus smell like peaches. And me and my friend were just completely confused. So, and then me and my friend started coming up with these stories that Peaches is a superhero. He's a superhero and he fights crime with his giant penis. That's like 12 inches long, like, no, like 20 inches long. Let's just take it off the charts. It's like scary, it's like not even close to being realistic. And yeah, and we came up with a story and that and he has wings, and he's like caca caca, like, making Birdman sounds, and he's a hero and he saves people, and he lived in a trailer park, which made it even better. And he said these kids beat him up in his trailer park with skateboards, and that Peaches got beat up with skateboards in his trailer park, and that Peaches and his older brother went back and they found him and they just beat the shit out of him with their skateboards. Apparently everyone that lives in a trailer park has skateboards, from what I know. But yeah, and that's kind of the background of meeting Peaches. And one of the best stories that I have for Peaches is, which one should I tell? Probably gonna have to be 2 episodes of this, just about Peaches. But one is, we're sitting in lunch, and the Spanish teacher at my school, we called her Mrs. Dickin-Ass. Her name, I don't know what her real name is, but we called her Mrs. Dickin-Ass. And, because I don't take Spanish, I took French. Yeah, we called her Mrs. Dickin-Ass, and one day, Peaches brought in during lunch, he had this toy frog, and it was like stretchy frog. And we were just like, okay, cool, he's got a frog, I guess. And we were just kind of sitting there, and Peaches is playing with his frog at the table, and then Mrs. Dickin-Ass comes out of nowhere, and she's like, hey, you can't, she calls him by his real name, and he's like, hey, you can't, Peaches by his real name, she's like, hey, you can't have a toy here, and he's like, no. She's like, give it to me so I can take it to the office so you can get it back at the end of the day. And Peaches is like, no, I'm not gonna give it to you. And they fight, and then eventually, Peaches says this to Mrs. Dickin-Ass, the Spanish teacher. She's like, give me the toy or I'm gonna call your parents. He's like, Peaches says, no, you're gay. Right to the teacher's face. He says, no, you're gay. And she's like, excuse me? Like, she couldn't believe it. It was hilarious. Alright, well, that's gonna be the end of this video. If you enjoyed it, leave a like and a favorite. And the next episode, I'm just kind of dipping my toes in it, but the next episode will be better. Peace.